Good morning. Today in linear algebra we will study example of a vector space and subspace and the criteria for the existence for any set to be a subspace of a given vector space. In previous lecture we studied the definition of a vector space. Vector space consists of a set V, a field F and two binary operations, vector addition and scalar multiplication, such that for all AB belonging to F, VW belongs to V, such that some axioms are satisfied. Number 1, V is an abelian additive group. Number 2, V is closed under scalar multiplication, means A belonging to F and V belonging to V implies AV belonging to V. Number 3, laws of scalar multiplication are satisfied. A into V plus W equal to AV plus AW, A plus B into V equal to AV plus BV, A into BV equal to AB into V. And fourth is 1 into V equal to V if 1 is the unit element of F. So using the definition of vector space, today we will verify that the set of all ordered n tuples of the elements of any field F is a vector space over F. We know that if A1, A2, An belongs to F, then the set A1, A2, An is called an ordered n tuple of elements of F. Let V is equal to A1, A2, An such that Ai belongs to F for all I belonging to N. N is the natural number. Let this V be the set of all ordered n tuples of elements of S. Now to give vector space structure to V over the field F, we define a binary operation on V, a scalar multiplication on V, and equality of any two elements of V as follows. First of all, vector addition. Let U equal to A1, A2, An and V equal to B1, B2, Bn belongs to V. And we define U plus V equal to A1 plus B1, A2 plus B2, dash 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 An plus Bn. We add first element of U with first element of V, second element of U with second element of V, and nth element of U with nth element of V. Since Ai plus Bi belongs to F for all I belonging to N, therefore U plus V belongs to V. Thus addition is a binary operation on V. Now the scalar multiplication. Let U equal to A1, A2, An belongs to V and lambda belongs to F. Then we define lambda U equal to lambda A1, lambda A2, lambda An. We multiply each element of U by lambda. Since lambda Ai belongs to F for all I belonging to N, therefore lambda U belongs to V. The scalar multiplication is defined on V. Now the equality of two elements of V. Let U equal to A1, A2, An and V equal to B1, B2, Bn are two elements of V. We define U equal to V if and only if Ai equal to Bi for all I belonging to N. That is if first element of U is equal to first element of V, means A1 equal to B1. Second element of U is equal to second element of V, A2 equal to B2, and second element of nth element of U is equal to nth element of V. That is An equal to Bn. Thus Ai, in short, I have written Ai equal to Bi for all I belonging to N. Thus we have defined vector addition, scalar multiplication, and equality of any two elements of V. Now we shall verify that the set of all ordered n tuples satisfy all the axioms of vector space. First of all, we will show that V is an abelian group under vector addition for all UV W belonging to V. So first is closure axiom, but it is automatically satisfied by the definition of vector addition, because if UV belongs to V, then U plus V belongs to V by vector addition. Now associativity, for any U equal to A1, A2, An, V equal to B1, B2, Bn, and W equal to C1, C2, Cn belonging to V, we have U plus V plus W equal to U plus V means we add the elements of corresponding elements of U and V. A1 plus B1 first element, and second is A2 plus B2, and another element is An plus Bn plus C1, C2, Cn. Now we add A1 plus B1 plus C1, then An plus Bn plus Cn. By associativity of addition on field F, this will become A1 plus B1 plus C1 dash 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 An plus Bn plus Cn. So we can write it as A1 plus B1 plus C1 plus An plus Bn plus Cn is equal to A1 A2 dash 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 An plus B1 C1 dash 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 Bn plus Cn. A1 A2 An is U, and B1 plus C1 plus dash 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 Bn plus Cn is V plus W. So vector addition is associative on V. Now commutativity, for any U equal to A1 A2 An and V equal to B1 B2 Bn belonging to V, we have U plus V equal to A1 plus B1 dash 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 An plus Bn. We always add corresponding elements of both the n tuples. By commutativity of vector of addition on field F, this is equal to V plus U. So vector addition is commutative on V. Now existence of identity. Since 0 belongs to F, therefore 0 is equal to 0, 0, 0 and n times belonging to V, such that U plus 0 is equal to A1, A2, An plus 0, 0, dash, 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 0. Now again we will add the corresponding element, first element of U and first element of second n tuple. A1 plus 0, A2 plus 0, An plus 0. But An plus 0 is A1, A2 plus 0 is A2, An plus 0 is An. And this is equal to U for all U belonging to V. Thus 0 equal to 0, 0 is the identity element for vector addition on V. Now existence of inverse. Let U equal to A1, A2, An be an arbitrary element in V, then minus U is equal to, we will multiply each element of U by minus A1, minus A2, minus An belonging to V. Therefore, U plus minus U is equal to, we will add the corresponding element of U and minus U. So A1 plus minus A1, and last is An plus minus An. Because A1 minus A1 is the additive inverse of A1 in the field F, therefore A1 plus minus A1 is equal to 0 and An plus minus An is equal to 0. So we will get 0, 0, dash, 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 0, and this is equal to 0. Thus every element in V has its additive inverse in V. Hence V is an abelian group under addition for all U, V, W belonging to V. Secondly, V is closed under scalar multiplication. This also we have already proved while defining the scalar multiplication on V. If U belongs to V, then lambda U also belongs to V, and the scalar, thus we have defined the scalar multiplication and shown that V is closed under scalar multiplication. Now we will see whether three laws of scalar multiplication are verified or not. For this, let U equal to A1, A2, An and V equal to B1, B2, Bn belongs to V and lambda mu belongs to F. Therefore, lambda into U plus V is equal to lambda into A1 plus B1, An plus B1. And this is equal to lambda into A1 plus B1 and lambda into An plus Bm. We have multiplied each element inside the bracket by lambda. So next by left distributivity of multiplication over addition in F, lambda a1 plus lambda b1 dash 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 lambda an plus lambda b1, and this is equal to lambda a1 dash 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 lambda an plus lambda b1 dash 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 lambda b1 bn. So we can write it as, by scalar definition of scalar multiplication, this is equal to lambda u plus lambda b. Now second condition is lambda mu into u is equal to lambda plus mu into a1 lambda plus mu into an, and this is equal to lambda a1 plus mu a1 dash 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 lambda an plus mu an. Now we apply, we can write it as lambda a1 dash 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 lambda an plus mu a1 dash 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 mu an, and this is equal to lambda u plus lambda mu u. Third one is lambda mu into u, and this is equal to lambda mu u is equal to a1 a2 an. We will multiply each element of u by lambda mu, so we will get lambda mu into a1 dash 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 lambda mu into an, and by associativity of multiplication in the field F, lambda into mu a1 lambda into mu an is equal to lambda into mu u. Now the last property is unit element. Let u is equal to a1 a2 an be an arbitrary element in V. So 1 into u is equal to 1 into a1 dash 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 1 into an, because 1 is the unity in F, and this is equal to a1 a2 an, and this is u. Hence V is a vector space over a field F. This vector space is usually denoted by f raised to power n. If f is equal to r, then r raised to power n is generally known as Euclidean space. If f is equal to c, then c raised to power n is called the complex Euclidean space. One may think of this as a special case of row matrix. The set Rn of all n tuples with usual addition of n tuples and multiplication of an n tuple by a number is a vector space, and it may be proved on the same lines. So we say V is a vector space over a field F whenever the algebraic structure F plus V F plus and dot is a vector space. Thus, whenever we say that V is a vector space over a field F, it would always mean that V plus is an abelian group, means it satisfies first property, and dot from F cross V to V is a mapping such that second to fourth properties are satisfied. In order to know whether a given non-empty set V forms a vector space over a field F, we must proceed as follows. Define a binary operation on V and call it vector addition. Define a scalar multiplication on V which associates each scalar in F and each vector in V to a unique vector in V. Number 3, define equality of elements in V which are vectors. And last one is check whether all the properties 1 to 4 are satisfied relative to vector addition and scalar multiplication. So follow this for all the examples to prove that V is a vector space. Now vector subspace. Let V be a vector space over a field F. A non-empty subset W of V is said to be a subspace of V if W itself is a vector space over the field F under the operation of vector addition and scalar multiplication. Now the criteria for a non-empty subset to be a subspace. When a given non-empty set is a subspace of a given vector space. Let V be a vector space over a field F. A non-empty subset W of V is a subspace of V if and only if for all uv belonging to W and for all A belonging to F, u minus v belongs to W and AU belongs to W. First, suppose that W is a subspace of a vector space V. Then W itself is a vector space over a field F under the operation on V by definition of a subspace of a vector space. Consequently, W is a subgroup of additive abelian group V. Hence, UV belonging to W implies U minus V belonging to W, because we know that from the group theory that a necessary and sufficient condition for a non-empty subset H of a group G to be a subgroup is that if AB belongs to H, implies A star B inverse belongs to H. B inverse is the inverse of B in G under the given composition. So here we are discussing about a set W under the operation of addition. Therefore, W is a subgroup of V if and only if U minus V belongs to W. Since W is closed under scalar multiplication, therefore U belonging to W and A belonging to F implies AU belonging to W. Converse, let W be a non-empty subset of V such that 1 and 2 hold. 1 means U minus V belongs to W and second means AU belonging to W. 1 implies that W is an additive subgroup of V because W is a subgroup if and only if AB inverse belongs to W. Here inverse means additive inverse. Additive inverse is additive inverse of V is minus V. Therefore, W is a subgroup if and only if U minus V belongs to W. Therefore, U minus V belongs to W implies W is an additive subgroup of V and therefore W is a abelian group under vector addition. Because the elements of W are also the elements of V and V is a vector space. 2 implies that W is closed under scalar multiplication. Hence, all the axioms hold for all elements in W as they hold for elements in V. Hence, W is a subspace of V. Next is, let V be a vector space over a field F, then a non-empty subset W of V is a subspace of V if and only if AU plus BV belongs to W for all UV belonging to W and for all AB belonging to F. First, let W be a subspace of V. Then for all UV belonging to W and for all AB belonging to F, AU belongs to W and VV belongs to W because W is closed under scalar multiplication. This implies AU plus VV belongs to W because W is closed under vector addition. Now, its converse, let W be a non-empty subset of V such that AU plus VV belongs to W for all UV belonging to W and for all AB belonging to F. Since 1 and minus 1 both belong to F, therefore taking A equal to 1 and B equal to minus 1 in AU plus BV, we get 1 into U plus minus 1 into V belongs to S. This implies U minus V belong to W. Again, taking B equal to 0, we get, because 0 is the element of F, we get A U plus 0 into V belongs to W. And 0 into V is 0, therefore AU plus 0 is 0, therefore AU belongs to S. So from 1 and 2, we conclude that U minus V belongs to W and AU belongs to W. Hence, W is a subspace of a vector space V. Now, we have one example. Let W is equal to 0, B, C such that B and C are real numbers. Then W is a subspace of real vector space R cube. Obviously, W is a non-empty subset of R cube. Let U is equal to 0, B1, C1 and V equal to 0, B2, C2 belongs to W, and lambda mu belongs to R. Then lambda u plus mu v is equal to lambda into 0 b1 c1 mu into 0 b2 c2. Now we will multiply each element by lambda. So we will get lambda into 0 is 0, lambda into b1 is lambda b1, lambda into c1 is lambda c1, and mu into 0 is 0, mu into b2 is mu b2, and mu into c2 is mu c2. And adding these elements we get 0, lambda b1 plus mu b2, lambda c1 plus mu c2. Therefore, lambda u plus mu v belongs to V. Hence, W is a subspace of R cube. Thank you.